100 Dark Psychology. Facts: people lie every day. Studies show most people tell small lies daily, often to protect their image, avoid conflict, or gain an advantage. Gaslighting destroys reality. Abusers use denial, contradiction, and manipulation to make victims question their memory and sanity. Charismatic leaders can control masses. By exploiting emotions like fear and hope, they can manipulate entire societies. Fear is the strongest control tool. When people are afraid, they often obey without questioning. Guilt can be weaponized. Manipulators make others feel responsible for their pain to control them. Flattery isn't always genuine. It can be used to disarm defenses and make someone more agreeable. Trauma bonds trap victims. Cycles of abuse and affection keep victims emotionally chained to their abuser. Silence can manipulate withholding responses or affection, forces people to chase approval. Authority overrides morality. People often obey harmful orders if they come from someone in power. Social proof pressures compliance. Seeing others follow rules makes individuals less likely to resist. Love bombing hooks victims. Overwhelming affection at first creates dependency. Scarcity fuels desire. People want what seems rare, even if it has little value. False memories can be implanted. Repeated suggestions can make people remember events that never happened. Darkness lowers inhibitions. People reveal secrets and act differently when unseen. Mirroring builds fake trust. Manipulators copy body language and words to create false familiarity. Isolation breaks resistance. Cut off from support, people cling to their manipulator. Anger can be staged. Sudden rage shocks people into submission. Rejection hurts more than pain. Humans fear social exclusion deeply. Compliments reduce suspicion. Even victims of scams trust flatterers more. Empathy is a weakness to exploit. Manipulators fake suffering to gain sympathy. Urgency causes mistakes. Act now tactics push people into bad decisions. Uncertainty keeps people hooked. Unpredictability in rewards, like in gambling, is addictive. Sleep deprivation breaks while exhaustion makes people easier to control. Cruelty mixed with kindness confuses victims. It deepens attachment instead of breaking it. Confidence sells lies. People trust confident liars more than hesitant truth-tellers. Stress kills logic. Fear and panic make rational thinking impossible. Narcissists need control, not love. Their relationships are about power, not connection. Repetition makes lies believable. The more often something is said, the more it feels true. Shame silences victims. Embarrassment keeps people quiet about abuse. Abusers rewrite history. They twist past events so the victim doubts their own memory. Threats don't need to be direct. Even subtle hints can cause fear. Dehumanization allows cruelty. Seeing someone as less than human removes guilt in harming them. Small commitments snowball. Once you say yes to something small, you're more likely to agree to bigger demands. Peer pressure overrides judgment. People conform to groups, even against their beliefs. Abusers play the victim. They pretend to be hurt to gain sympathy and avoid blame. Secrets are power. Knowing something private about someone makes them easier to control. Symbols of authority create obedience. Uniforms, titles, or status make people comply. Rewards blind people to evil. As long as they benefit, they ignore wrongdoing. Fear of missing out manipulates choices. Urgency and exclusivity drive poor decisions. Feigning ignorance is a tactic. Manipulators pretend not to understand to avoid responsibility. Forgiveness can be exploited. Abusers count on being given another chance. Boundaries are tested slowly. Predators start small before escalating abuse. Memory is unreliable. People can be convinced they said or did things they never did. Timeline distortion confuses victims. Abusers change details of events to create doubt. Loneliness weakens resistance. People accept mistreatment to avoid being alone. Trauma reshapes trust. Victims may struggle to ever trust again. Saviors can be predators. Manipulators pretend to rescue victims only to control them later. Personal benefit hides lies. If someone gains from a lie, they're less likely to question it. Abuse is normalized slowly. Gradual increases in mistreatment make victims tolerate it. True intentions hide behind charm. Manipulators often appear overly kind at first. Addiction can be engineered. Unpredictable rewards like gambling or social media likes hook the brain. Stockholm Syndrome rewires loyalty. Captives may defend abusers as a survival instinct. Envy drives destruction. Jealous people would rather see others lose than themselves gain. Silent treatment is abuse. Withholding communication damages self-esteem. Predators study weaknesses. They observe before striking. People ignore red flags. They rationalize bad behavior to avoid discomfort. Manipulators fake vulnerability. They exaggerate pain to lure empathy. Cults use repetition and ritual to break individuality and enforce control. Shame is a leash. Abusers keep victims bound by past mistakes. Control often comes disguised as love. "I do this because I care," hides domination. Victims often blame themselves. Abusers convince them they caused the harm. Kindness can be a mask. Even psychopaths can mimic empathy. People follow crowds over facts. Group behavior overrides evidence. Love can blind judgment. People forgive obvious lies to protect feelings. Subtle insults erode confidence. Slowly breaking self-worth increases dependency. Manipulators use triangulation, bringing in a third person to create jealousy or rivalry. Control thrives on secrecy. Hidden abuse keeps victims isolated. Authority often masks cruelty. Just following orders excuses harm. People justify harm if it benefits them. Morality bends when self-interest is involved. Flattery opens wallets. Scammers use praise to make victims more generous. Predators feign innocence. Acting harmless makes them less suspect. Negging breaks confidence. Backhanded compliments create insecurity. Trauma creates compliance. Fear of more pain keeps victims silent. Abusers mix truth with lies, making the lie harder to detect. Charm is a trap. Many manipulators are highly likable. Victims often defend abusers. Shame, fear, or trauma bonds keep them loyal. Manipulators twist empathy into guilt. "If you cared, you'd do this for me." Love can be weaponized, used as a reward or punishment. Dark persuasion works better under stress. People are easier to sway when anxious. Predators study body language to detect insecurity and exploit it. Abusers deny obvious facts, making victims question their sanity. Charm fades, control grows. Manipulative people shift over time. Abuse often starts subtly, small acts escalate to full control. Manipulators fake future promises, offering hope they never intend to deliver. Shame keeps secrets alive. Victims fear judgment if they speak up. People confuse confidence with competence. Bold liars appear more skilled than hesitant experts. Victims may crave approval from abusers, hoping to earn love that never comes. Threats can be disguised as jokes. Humor masks cruelty. Isolation breeds dependency. With no outside perspective, victims cling to the manipulator. People deny red flags out of hope. They want to believe in good intentions. Manipulators guilt-trip victims. "After all I've done for you." Jealousy can be planted to create insecurity and control. Predators are patient. They wait for the perfect moment. Small acts of kindness hook victims. They cling to proof the abuser cares. Fear silences truth. Victims fear retaliation if they speak. Manipulators shift blame constantly. They never admit fault. Toxic people project their flaws, accusing others of what they themselves do. Kindness is exploited. Compassionate people are prime targets. Dark psychology thrives in secrecy. Hidden manipulation is the most effective. Control disguised as love is the darkest trap. It convinces victims they are cared for while they are being destroyed.